The next day we were up early bombing the hill. We climb up over the big ridge and we decide to hook around to the other side where I had messed up the day before. We decided to just peek and see if we could spot any goats on that side. When we get over there, not only do we see two goats almost in the same spot, but we also see another goat way up on the ridge working its way around this sheer cliff. The one goat that's high in the cliff is absolutely out of the question. There's no way we can get close to that one. But the two goats, we think we have another shot at trying to stalk on them.
We're just waiting to see what happens. It's still pretty early. We're waiting to see where everybody goes and beds up. And then we'll make a plan. I'm looking at this big finger ridge right here. I'm trying to decide whether I can get up that. I think I can. There's a pretty good goat trail there.
If the goats stay there, I think I can get it done. The only problem is physically and mentally, and that's what I love about goat hunting or sheep hunting, is most of those hunts push you physically and mentally. Looking at that area and going, wow, my body is still so sore from yesterday just doing that stalk where I missed. Because literally you're doing it's almost hundreds of push-ups during the course of a couple hour stalk, because I'm literally laid out like this. I'd scooch my bow a couple inches and I'd lift my body up and slide it over and set it down slowly. I'm grabbing rocks. I'm crab crawling around. I'm on my knees. My hands are tore up. My knees are tore up. It's rough making a stalk in that kind of country. So though I'm super excited about trying to get another crack at him, my body's going, whew, all right. Get ready for a workout. So I'm gonna go back into this steep valley and try and get these goats. I start in, and here's the thing. I know this may be the last stalk I have. We're already in there, we're rattling up the goats. Larry took a beautiful goat. We've seen some more goats, but some of them have been in country that literally it's physically impossible to get to. I've already messed up once, so I'm looking at this going, this could very well be the last stalk I get on this trip. As soon as we see the goats in that same valley, I'm excited. I know I can get in there. I've just got to make the shot. So I'm going to go back into this steep valley and try and get these goats. Whenever I take off on any stalk, I always try and take my time. The only thing you can do on most stalks usually is mess it up by trying to go too fast, because you make too much noise or you end up blowing it. So I thought, I'm gonna have to take my time. Even if it takes me all day, I've got to try and get in range of these two goats. Right away I realized that these goats are actually a couple hundred yards away from where the goats had been the day before. So it's totally different. Even in a couple hundred yards, where I gotta go in from is a totally different area. I just start the stalk. I'm literally still standing up, working across the big rock pile, getting into the shale, when I look and one of the goats is up. You can't really tell, but there's a lot of little contours in the land. So the times that I'm on my knees or up, I'm hidden behind a little contour. The goat gets up, meanders around, and then runs right down the mountain. I've already committed. I'm already down off the top of the lip. I'm down in this canyon, and now one of the two goats is starting to take off. I knew it didn't hear me. I knew it didn't smell me because I was constantly checking the wind. This goat just decided, I think I'm gonna head down the mountain. I thought for sure the other goat would follow it. The other goat stood up, looked at the departing goat, and I thought, well, here it goes. It's all over. The goat stood there for a minute, stared at the other goat, watched it go down the mountain, then pawed its bed out again and laid down. I was like, okay, I don't have two anymore. I'm down to one, but it's still there. I'm still in this. So with one goat left, I'm still sliding in. Now it's hot. I'm trying to slide along. I brought water with me and I brought a piece of power bar. So halfway through the stalk, I quickly eat the power bar, I drink some more of the water, and I keep sliding toward this goat. A lot of times, I couldn't see the goat at all because I was in a little bit of a swale. A lot of times I was able to get up and crawl when I was in the low spots, and as I slid over the high spots, I would have to be stretched out. A few times the shale almost slid me down out of reach of my bow because I would lay my bow up and I would side hill over, but the shale would start taking me down. So a few times I had to quick grab my bow before I slid down and hold myself in the shale. I had no idea how much time had elapsed, but I knew that I was getting pretty tired as I was making my way to this goat. Now the problem is I'm in full view of this goat. I'm coming over the lip and I couldn't tell that from the top of the hill, or honestly, I may not have even tried the stalk because I'm in full view of the goat the whole way once I top out over the last ridge. So I am moving painstakingly slow for 100 yards. I'm having to move inches at a time because I can see the goat. And that means the goat can see me. That's where good camo and taking your time is absolutely paramount. I also knew that if I lifted up too much, that goat would spot me instantly. So it was face in the gravel and slide along as slow as I could take. Once I hit 80 yards, my heart instantly starts beating faster because now I'm starting to close the gap. I go from 80 to 70. It felt like it took me 10 minutes to go 10 yards. Then from 70 to 60, another 10 to 15 minutes. Then from 60 to 50, I'm going nuts. The goat is in clear view of me the whole time, and I'm sliding an inch at a time, trying to get in range. I'm at 50 yards, but I think I can close the gap even more. I'm gonna try and get as close as I can before I shoot this goat. I'm already nervous. I'm shaking. I know that I've got to get an accurate range on this goat. I've got to calm down and make sure I range the goat and not the hillside behind the goat. I lift up my Leopold, I slide it through the grass, and I click this goat. He's standing up, so I get a solid range on him. He's kicking the dirt around. When it stands up, it actually turns almost quartering away from me. So now I can't see its head, but I know that if, as I'm raising up or drawing, if the goat just turns its head a little bit, it's gonna silhouette me just like that and run down the mountain. Now, my adrenaline is coursing through my body, my heart's pounding, my breathing I'm trying to maintain because I've got to make this shot happen right now. I draw my bow back, I put my 40 on him, I start to slowly squeeze the trigger. As soon as it breaks over, I watch that arrow zip right through near the last rib of this goat, angling right up to the chest. I know I just shot a goat.
Oh, an arrow. I just seen an arrow sinking in. It's in him. It's in him. There's an arrow in him. He's running. Always in his heart. Always just doing circles. Always bleeding good. You going down?
I am so excited. Just that, it's hard to even explain that. As soon as you make a shot like that, you know it's done. I can hear the guys on the mountain making noise. I know they realize I've just shot a goat.
Where? I don't see him. I don't see him.
I'm pumped. I watched this goat go down. So now I go running down because I'm gonna try and keep this goat from sliding down the mountain.
Dude. Oh, look, look. He's going right beside you. See that?
He's falling?
Oh, Fred just fell.
I'm trying to keep the goat from going, and what happens? He starts tumbling right at me and literally bowls me over. The goat keeps going down the ridge. I try and grab it again, and then it keeps going. I cannot stop this goat. This goat is almost taking me right off the mountain with him.
It's kicking?
Dude, he's holding on to it. It literally just tumbled end over end and almost hit him.
I just got bowled over by a goat. Now, from Cole and Alex's side, I can't imagine what it looked like. I'm sure it looked like I'd been killed because literally I was right on the crest. It's down. Problem is, it's down at the very bottom of the mountain on the other side of of where camp is. The cool thing is, here comes Alex, just literally, Alex is running down the shale, getting down to me. He can't wait to congratulate me and told me it was nail biting. Just watching that stalk from his angle, he said, Fred, it was awesome. He said, that was so cool to see it from here and watch everything go down. Was that just an awesome stalk? Yeah. Wide open all the way, sliding on my belly. Once I got over the ridge, I had to go straight down and crab claw all the way over, shot him in that bed right there. Look at where we came from to the left there, Cole. Show him where you were. You were way up there. We've already got some ravens flying in. You can just see him. Can you see him, Cole, down there? Right in the bottom above the purple flowers? Yeah. I had him. Did you see me grab him?
Oh yeah, dude, I saw him about, look like it somersaulted right over you.
He did.
I said, Fred just flipped over.
He did, because look at my leg. I got an alligator wound on one side, and that's from a goat right there. But I had him. I didn't want him to go all the way down there, and I grabbed him as he was kind of sliding past. And all right, let's just take the easy way down. What do you say? Just look at how steep this is. I think it's hard for people to realize. I'm just gonna lift my feet up, and you can see, you can just friggin' slide right down this stuff. So we're gonna have a good time getting out. Well, as we were sliding down the shale in this little chute, we realized how lucky we were. Had the goat got another 20 yards, it would have fallen another 1,000 feet straight down into this huge gorge. Fortunately, it didn't. It had gone far enough as it was. Oh man, that is steep. Well, here's a beautiful mountain goat I just shot. You can see just a beautiful, beautiful goat. Took a pretty good tumble coming down there. Kind of like the goat I shot with my recurve. He got a big cut under his eye. Look at these horse flies. It is so hot. Record degree highs. That's horse flies and mosquitoes and black flies all over me. Here's the beautiful goat I just shot up in British Columbia. Man, that was awesome, buddy. What'd you think of the hunt?
Awesome, awesome stock. Fantastic job.
Hey man, good job too.
Reconcile from yesterday.
Look at the big cut. That's so funny because they get cut there under their eye lot, and that's exactly where my other goat got cut as he went flipping down the hill. Man, they're big, pretty animals, aren't they?